everything is changing. As you can see behind me, the leaves have now fallen. There's a crispness in the air, and it's pretty much my favorite season. The air just feels so different around you. The colors, just everything. I've been busy the last week really trying to do all the fall things, from planting more tulips in my own garden to getting out and really trying to soak up autumn before it's gone. I also spent some time helping a friend out in her garden, helping to make that over, knowing that come springtime, she too will have a show of spring flowering bulbs. I don't know if you can hear, but the grass is singing its song with its papery leaves right now. I love autumn. The wind is just starting to pick up a little bit, so it's a little bit cold, but I think I'm gonna head back out. It's been a beautiful fall walk. Still got my coffee. And I think what I will do next when I get back home is really dive into the fall spirit and start making a autumnal wreath with some pine cones from my backyard. I'll try to pick up a few actually here as well. And I dried out some orange slices, so just doing all the fun fall things today and really trying to soak up all of the seasonal changes here in Maine. It's a new day and I am in my own garden today. I just finished doing a light cleaning in my greenhouse. There were quite a few spiders that I didn't kill. They're still in here with me. I just cleaned up their webs a little bit. So hopefully they'll just kind of move on to a different place now that I'm trying to evict them. So we got the greenhouse cleaned, winter cleaned, pre-winter cleaned, and I am just now bringing out all of my stuff to make my wreath. So I was just taking out the old hydrangea flowers or leaves that I had on my grape wreath. So here we go. I just finished untying or disassembling it and saved the wire from it, so hopefully we can reuse that. And then I'm composting the old hydrangea flowers that were on this wreath. It's a little small wreath, so I won't need a whole lot. I have quite a few pine cones. Actually, what inspired all of this is I have a senior doggie. Her name is Abby. She's 12 and a half. And for, I'd say about the last year, I've been kind of sporadically picking up a pine cone on each one of our long walks. So if we've done a mile, or if I've just seen one while we're out and about, but pretty much it's been if we've done a longer walk. And it's a way for me to honor my walks with her. So when I look at this wreath, I'll be able to think of her and the time we've spent together on our walks. So I think we'll have enough. I have a whole bowl filled. There we go. And I have my dried orange slices. Uh-oh. They dried. Oops. My dried orange slices from this past weekend. This is my first time actually drying orange slices, and what I did was I just cut them pretty thin. They do shrink in the oven. I don't have a dehydrator, so I just put the oven on 200 degrees for, oh gosh, it took me about 4.5 hours for these, and I was turning them every 30 to 45 minutes to keep them even, and that way one side didn't burn. Here we go. Dropping pine cones. And then I had one from my walk yesterday with my mom that you saw. So, oh, and a little bit of wire. So this wreath will just serve as a memento and something I'll be able to cherish for years to come, and think of both my mom on our walk that we did yesterday, and then also with my baby girl Abby. Yeah, so pretty excited. What I'm going to do next is go around the garden and just clip some. I have pine trees in the back, so I might clip some of that. You could also do, I'm thinking, I have a little weeping spruce? Yes, Norway spruce. I have a weeping spruce that I could harvest from, but I think I'll have enough with the, whoops. So on this wreath we'll have a mix of pine tree branches, pine cones, oranges. All right, and then who knows, maybe I might see something else that I want to throw on there. All right, now I'm going to go get a ladder and harvest some pine tree branches. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I went to go clip some foliage from this arborvitae, and then I kind of realized I've been putting off redoing the spiral that I had cut into this, probably 2 years ago. So I figured since I'm here, I have my clippers and I have a little bit of energy, it's still early today, why not try to redo the spiral while I'm here, to attempt to do this again. It lasted a while when I did it. I could see it for quite a while. These things are pretty slow growing. So I've got my ladder out and I think it's time we redo the spiral. I think I'm showing my gardening ADHD, just jumping from one project to another. But yes, after I finish this, then it is time to assemble the wreath. I've got the rest of my foliage from the spruce and pine tree. Let's do this. Let's tackle this and then move on. You know what? That took me about 15 minutes and I can't reach the tippy top, but from my height, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. So you do see the spiral coming back to life. I may see if I can have my husband get on the ladder tonight or tomorrow and do a little bit higher, but pretty pleased with how it came out. And this will help to allow more airflow, circulation, and I think it just looks cool. Who doesn't love a good spiral? See, not too shabby. I also was using my hand clippers, so you ideally probably want to have something a little bit more beefier. See, I was just being able to get there, so hopefully he can clean up the rest, but yeah, it's pretty amazing that it still kept some of its, you could see where the original spiral I cut into it was. I just love it. Let me back up. All right, now back to the scheduled programming with the wreath. So I just finished the final touches on my wreath, hot gluing inside the orange pieces on and little berries from the crabapple tree and the pine cones. And here is the finished result. I just think it looks so pretty. So it kind of reminds me more of Christmas time, but it is still autumnal with the oranges and the little berries and pine cones. And everything aside from the actual grapevine wreath is from my own backyard, which is pretty cool. Super happy with how this turned out. I'm thinking I may make a few more and maybe give some away.